guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Lauren. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're doing well. Today I thought I would do another packaging pet peeves video. I've done quite a few of these over my time on YouTube, and there have been a few new items in my collection that have me, inspired to make this video again, to talk about things about packaging that bother me, are a little bit annoying. Some of these range from like, what the heck is the function, to just not my preference at all. I did not go back and look at my old videos, so I don't know how much I'm repeating, but I feel like this is all pretty relevant and on newer stuff, so hopefully not too many repeats, right? But honestly, even if there are, it's like the fact that it's still happening, like it's still happening. We need to stop it, quit, like have someone test your packaging for like 4 seconds, okay? So anyway, I think I have like 10 or so things here, so let's just get into it and, start the low-key rant. I'm sorry to say it, the first thing going off here, but one of my packaging pet peeves is this type of packaging from Hindash, okay? This is the Monochromance palette. I do have a video on this using it, so I'll leave that link down below if you want to see it in action. But the outside of this packaging, as beautiful as it is, in this like nice pink, like baby pink packaging, love it. I love that it's matte. Like, I think that's an aesthetic. I get the look. I love it. But this is like essentially made out of like construction paper. Like the outside is that construction paper. You know the packs where they have like all the different colors, like black, purple, blue, and if you wanted to do something, you have to like sort through it. It's so annoying. But you know that feeling of the construction paper? It's very like dry. I mean, you can feel the oils just being sucked out of your hands into the construction paper because it's so freaking dry. Well, that's like the same thing. That's what I'm trying to say here. It's not like a matte finish where it has that like smooth kind of feel to it. It is like the construction paper, okay? Back in the day that we used to cut, okay? And so what my issue with that is it's just gonna get dirty. Not only is the color, I mean, light pink, like just ready and like begging for your stains all over it. The texture of this also makes it so that if you do happen to get something on it, it's also going to be really difficult to remove. So I already have like a little stain here, and honestly, it's not like it's getting tons of use. I mean, inside, look at how this palette looks. It's kind of a train wreck. So I can only imagine, even if the powders from this exact palette just get on the outside, it's gonna be a disaster, let alone you're traveling with it. You put it in your makeup bag, you have it in your collection, you grab it with your grungy, dirty little hands. Like, it's just for sure not gonna stay pristine, you know what I mean? So especially for the price, I think this is quite pricey. I don't even know. I think I pay like, is it 75? Is it? I don't want to believe that it's that much. But for the price, I just wish that had a little bit more longevity. Like the packaging could look beautiful for a while longer. That more than the aesthetic of it, because I get that this would be an aesthetic choice, but that the functionality when it comes to that was also maybe taken into consideration a little bit more, or like prioritized also. I would have loved that, and I don't think it would have taken away from the outer packaging if it had just this tiny bit of a finish on it, so that way you could easily wipe it down. Obviously, I get that if you go, if you drop all your liquid, I don't know, lipstick on something, that most likely most palettes aren't going to be able to withstand that, and I don't expect that. But this is like a slight dusting and you might be in trouble. So that's the first one. As soon as I touched it, I was like, oh no, I know what's gonna happen. Next, I want to talk about mirrored packaging. Now, I get the aesthetic of mirrored packaging. I think it looks so beautiful. And I feel like, if anything, I am understanding kind of the beauty of aesthetics when it comes to packaging, and how someone might just like the packaging. Like, that's enough for them to either keep it in their collection, to want to use it. Like, I'm understanding it a little bit more. I think back in the day, I was just like, it's just pretty, but everything about it's like, I don't know. I didn't get it, but now I get it. I kind of get it. So with mirrored packaging, I understand that it is so pretty. It looks so beautiful. It's kind of modern, yet has something kind of like feminine and like old school, like makeup-y about it, to me anyway. Like, it just looks girly and beautiful and aesthetic, yet modern and sleek. Like, it has all the things going for it. But my gosh, mirrored packaging gets dirty in a second. I feel like it's, the police getting my fingerprints. It's all over this. I've had this palette from Patrick Ta for about 4 seconds. No, but seriously, like literally 2, 3 days, 5 days. I don't even know. And I'm telling you, it looks like a toddler's high chair after they're done eating lunch or something, just peanut butter baby like all over this. So it kind of kills the aesthetic pretty damn fast, and I don't think there's any way to stop it. Like, I don't think if you were super careful that this is gonna help. Like, even if you like washed your hands right before, if you touch the outside of this, it will get the fingerprint. So this one is like that. The new NARS palette I just purchased, again, oh my gosh, just so grubby. Nothing makes you feel like a 3-year-old toddler than this, like struggling eating like yogurt or something. Like, that's what this looks like to me. I have this little compact from Pat McGrath. Again, beautiful, beautiful packaging. So dirty. So, like, this is how you have to show mirrored packaging. Oh, here. Oh, yeah. Okay, here. At least to try to help it out, but man, it shows every scratch. It shows every single fingerprint. I don't know what we do. I don't know the solution on this one because, again, I get the mirrored packaging. Like, how do we solve this? How can we figure out how to create mirrored packaging without the fingerprints? I don't know, but we need to try because I just think that would be such an innovation because it's definitely a pet peeve. As much as I love it, I don't think I wouldn't buy a product because of like the mirrored packaging. If anything, I mean, it's kind of a draw. It's beautiful. It's shiny. Like, you know, we love it. But man, as soon as I touch it, I'm like, oh yeah. Oh yeah, and that's what these palettes did. They reminded me the troubles, the other side, you know, of the coin when it comes to mirrored packaging is that it looks dirty so fast, so fast. And I feel like a lot of the times the mirrored packaging is kind of meant to, like, you know, be luxurious and be emblematic of luxury. And then as soon as you touch it, it looks dingy and gross. You know, it's just like such a juxtaposition. Next is like an overall category, and this is something that I'm finding as I kind of, you know, buy a single item here, buy an item there, and I definitely feel the disappointment in these products when I spend full price on them especially, or they like sell the dream of the packaging and then I get it in my hands and the story is not the same. So I'm talking about packaging that looks really beautiful, but when you get it in your hands, it is cheap. You can tell it's not weighted. It is like, you know, you feel a little bamboozled by what you saw online. You know, it looked better in a picture than it does in real life holding it. So I have a few things actually in this category. One, again, another new item. I love this product. The product is great, and I get where they were going with this rose gold metallic, but there's just no weight to this product. There is nothing about this that even feels remotely like metal or like that, you know, rose gold would happen on this, right? So it just feels cheap. It feels so cheap. There's something about it that feels like, oh, you know? Whereas I feel like if it was just a white packaging, I wouldn't expect it. Something about the way that this was done, when I hold it, as much as I love the product and I do understand the rose gold and like it, there's something to be desired there. It's not quite doing. There's no weight. Even if they just added a little bit of weight, that would be nice, but it doesn't have it. I get the same kind of overall feeling with this product from Bobbi Brown. This was in a limited edition collection, I believe last year. And this is just an eyeshadow in Opal Moonstone. So that's what it looks like. It's really pretty. But this compact, I'm telling you, light as air. Light as air. It's that same kind of gold look. The outside is supposed to look all regal, like it's Bobbi Brown. So you know this freaking one shadow cost a bit of money, you know? And so for it to just be so lightweight and so cheap feeling, definitely kind of disappointing. And I feel like a lot of the times it's when I think of the price I paid for this and I'm like, this feels like it's cheap plastic. Like what? Come on. Okay, last one I have in this category is from MAC, and this is the Year of the Tiger highlighter. I believe this came out this year. It's the Lunar Lights Extra Dimension Skin Finish. I feel like the outside is beautiful. The inside also has a really beautiful embossing to it. So, you know, those are things pictured online, look beautiful. I want it, right? In person, cheap packaging. I mean, this feels like play makeup. How cheap this feels, this compact, it's scary. I'm like, what is going on here? You know, this outside just looks like a little sticker almost. Luckily it's put on nicely, however they did it, but the feeling of this. It's like, where is the weight? Like, literally just put a weight in it, at least, you know? There's no mirror inside here either, which kind of adds to it just feeling like cheap, just cheap, you know? And it's not cheap though. It's not like a cheap product. So definitely different expectations from what I saw online, what I saw in pictures, and what it could be, you know? Like, they went somewhere with the packaging, but it just feels unfinished, and it feels like the attention to detail isn't there. And it definitely makes me appreciate when other brands have those little attention to detail. You know, if you're gonna splurge on something, that it has those extra little qualities to it, and that's how I can feel like, oh damn, they went there, because other products and brands and releases don't necessarily like go all the way, and it's disappointing. It's a little disappointing. Next on my list are Clickup pens. So I know I'm like going in on essentially this Tarte thing, but something I want to mention that's kind of disappointing or just like annoying about Click pen products is that, you know, obviously to get the product out, you have to click it up. There's no way to twist it down. Once you click up the product, it's out, it's exposed, it's not going back. So you have to be careful about that you don't like over click. With these ones specifically, where there's like a tube of product kind of pushing up, you know, putting it on, you want to make sure obviously that you don't put up too much product, but also if you don't put up enough, as you go along and put this on your lips, there's a plastic piece that holds the product. And so as you do it, if you don't like click up enough product, that plastic piece kind of scrapes, and I feel like your application can be a little effed up, or just like, you know, it's just annoying. Now it's on the outside here, scraped off, like it's uneven. You have to go in and even it out maybe with your finger, or kind of tap the product along. It's just not ideal. I feel like, obviously, I think ideal would be to be able to twist up the product up enough past the plastic, use it how you need to, twist it back down under the plastic. I mean, genius, right? Usually I feel like products that are in this type of packaging maybe are too soft to be, you know, completely exposed in a tube. Maybe they can't hold that form. So I'm assuming that's why. I get it. You know, they want to do something, but not necessarily like a gloss, but it's definitely an issue with this packaging that I feel like once you're using it, you realize it's happening. That plastic piece just scrapes unless you put too much up, but then it's quite soft. So then you put too much almost on your lips, you know, or too much product just out of it. Next, for a product that I feel like doesn't dispense enough product is this lip gloss. Now I feel like they've changed it though, because when I had the original one of this, the wand had definitely a ton of product on it. Maybe people thought it was too much and that's why they changed it, but this doesn't get enough product anymore on here. I liked when it was really juicy. I just put a little bit on, rub my lips together and go. I feel like I really have to like use the doe foot on this to apply product, and I don't have big lips by any means, okay? I got smaller lips, so I definitely didn't like that change. I don't like the feeling of a dry doe foot. Like, that just gives me, I don't know, it's just not texturally something I enjoy, but also it reminds me of like being at the end of a lip gloss where, you know, you have to dip in a lot of times, but this is new, brand new. So definitely not my favorite thing. Yeah, that's definitely something where I don't think the fix was good. Let me know if you tried or noticed that in those products from In Beauty Project, the glazes, because I was shocked when I got it and it was different. Next, I'm gonna mention a few perfume pet peeves when it comes to packaging. First, I mean, this is specific to Ariana Grande and her obsession with doing these outer cases. So this is the Thank You Next 2.0. I have a whole video ranking all of the Ariana Grande perfumes that I have. I'll leave that down below if you want to check it out. But this pops out. So this is the perfume. This is just extra. Just extra, extra, extra. I mean, I get that this, you know, looks cute maybe or whatever, but I think something specifically with like the Thank You Next one, 2.0 and the regular, I just feel like there's nothing done to this. This is just a smooth mold. There's no writing, there's no texture, there's no anything else put into this that I think is what makes it feel a little uncanny or unfinished too. So I feel like at least if it had something more, it just feels like like this is the prototype that hasn't been completely finished yet, but it's the real thing. Like it's the real thing. I mean, it's obviously bulky. I don't think there's an option to be able to buy it without having the outer packaging. So I feel like if you were someone that actually went through this, I mean, how many gosh darn of these hearts do you need? Just not my favorite. I feel like it works a little bit better with the REM one because it's like crystals, and I feel like at least it feels more finished. Still not my favorite thing. You know, this stands on its own. I don't know why we need the holder, but okay. I just think overall this is more of like a finished cool look than the other ones. God is a woman. I don't get it. I don't get it. It's like some armor on a space age planet. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I think, you know, just making a nice bottle, the bottles are definitely pretty plain, so maybe somehow it's a way to like cut cost while still doing something different and extra. I don't get it. I don't love that one. The only one that I kind of do like is the cloud, because this one, I don't know, it just fits the theme. It makes a little bit more sense. It has a little bit more texture going on. You know, still not my favorite, but at least I feel like it works. So yeah, just packaging pet peeve, Ariana Grande perfumes. I just, you know, at least the ones that are in the geometric bottle, like the sphere with the puff, I feel like are different but usable. These, I don't know. I just don't love it. I don't love it. Let me know. Do you like it? Tell me the truth. Last thing for perfumes, I just have to say it, I've probably mentioned it before, but rollerballs, like I'm glad that it's phasing out. Most travel size perfumes that are in like little sticks like this are now sprays. Thank the Lord we've had a revolution, because rollerballs just suck. It's not the same experience as a spray. I feel like it sits closer to the body. It's more concentrated and dense in one area. And so I just feel like it doesn't, I don't know, show off the perfume in the way that I feel like is best and as it's like meant to be. I also don't like rolling this on your skin. Get halfway through a rollerball and you'll know what I'm saying here, because you will have flakes of your skin. You will see, you know, the process of the body shedding its skin. You know, if you have lotion on it all, it's gonna get in here. I mean, they become mucky, dirty swamps of perfume. Just pretty disgusting, honestly. You know, just gross. Gross, gross, gross. I do think rollerballs will last you longer. It's so much easier to just spray a shit ton of perfume. So you probably can make a rollerball last you longer, but I would rather have a better experience with my perfume than have the rollerballs, and I'm just over please, brands, don't do it. Stop doing the rollerballs. They honestly just suck. I feel like I want to use my product. I want it to be easy to use my product, and it's just more of a chore, and it gets disgusting. It compromises the perfume. Why would you want every time you use it that all of the perfume you own in that container is now exposed, you know, and compromised? Like, why would we? What? Doesn't even make sense. Next on my list is another overall, like kind of general pet peeve where I feel like the form overrides the function. The aesthetic overrides the function, you know? Specifically in this case, I'm talking about this Glow Recipe Dewdrop bottle. I think this is cute. I get why they went with this bottle. It's nice and heavy. This is one of those ones that's like, damn, okay, it's heavy, it's glass, it feels nice. It has this beautiful like opalescent pink sheen to the bottle. Like it's got the aesthetic going on while still being like a clean look. You know what I mean? Like cute. I love it. It's almost like a little drop. They're dewdrops, like, okay, we get it. We love it. But the issue is that it is tough to get all the product out of this bottle because of the way that it is. You know, I'm not going to give up on this thing just because the pump's not working anymore. No, this is too expensive. We are cleaning this baby out, and it's just more of a chore to do that. You got to tap it. You got to like, you know, I want my products to be easy to finish. I want the bottle or whatever it is to be able to facilitate me actually using the product, and in a lot of cases using it actually up. I don't want a little bit of product to just naturally be left at the bottom because that's just how it is. I'm not okay with that. I think that there's definitely room for improvement if a packaging is doing that, and I wish brands would really consider it, because if you buy something enough and that's happening enough, you know, it could be something that you consider maybe not purchasing again if you can't use all of it up. You know, I hate that. I really hate that, especially when like lotion or something, like you got a good half inch at the bottom that's just kind of hard to get out. That sucks, you know? I really love, and I guess more than anything, appreciate and admire packaging packaging that can have the form but also can have that function. Next is something that is, you know, we're going to aesthetics again, and I hate when the outer trash packaging, like the packaging you're not really supposed to keep, is prettier than the actual packaging. Maybe this is like a collab with two brands coming together and the outer packaging is so cute, but then the inside, like once you open that up and throw that away, the inside or like the actual packaging doesn't match. My example that I actually have in my collection is from Pat McGrath. I'm sorry, girl. I think that this packaging is absolutely stunning. I think her aesthetics are amazing. I love it, love it, love it. And it makes me so sad that to use my palette, this is what it looks like. I get that this is luxurious. I get that people might like this lacquered black case, but to me, it would be amazing, so amazing, if this was put on here. I don't mean how she came out with those 6 pans where it was this and that was the palette. I don't want that either. That's not the solution to me, baby. Please don't do that. But I just think like it would be so amazing to have that printed on here. It would not only be beautiful, I could finally ditch this baby, but also it'd help you recognize what palette you have from her. If you don't have the outer packaging, these just look all the same in your collection. And that can be, you know, annoying to have to check each one or read the back, which again, the back's all gonna look very similar. So I just feel like it would help in so many ways. And I feel like, I mean, why wouldn't you want this forever on the packaging? It's so beautiful. It's so, so beautiful. So, it just makes me so sad. This is like, I don't keep packaging. This is the only packaging I've ever freaking kept. And it's because it's too beautiful not to. It's like it's part of it. So I wish it was actually like tangibly a part of it. You know what I mean? And you know, we see that with the holiday packaging. This is a cheaper palette, like usually about half or so than the price of her other ones. I don't love the layout of these either. I mean, this is so big, but I mean, we have this beautiful packaging. I would totally downgrade to this packaging with this image on it. Like, we could do it. And it would be, if it could be cheaper, I mean, I don't think she would do that, but still, I don't care. I like this better. I like the look of this, the sleekness of it. I love that it has the print on it. I don't feel like bad about the quality of this, so I wish they did it for the regular ones. Okay, I just turned on this light. I didn't realize it wasn't on, so hopefully it looks okay, or it looked okay earlier. I don't know. Okay, 2 more things though for packaging pet peeves. You know, this one's just like sponges on shit. Just throwing sponges doesn't make sense. This one specifically is from Tarte. It's the Shape Tape Glow Wand, and oh, this doesn't even stick in. Well, that's kind of nice. You could clean it, I guess. That's a positive. But this sponge is just, it just looks like, I don't get how you would really use, it's so tiny. It's like a little fingertip, I guess, and it's so pointed. I don't know how this would help you really blend out the kind of glowy product that's in here where you would use it. I don't know. I don't get it. And I feel like a lot of products do this where they add a little brush on the end. And I'm like, are you really, I need to put out a poll here. Are you using the brushes? Are you using the sponges that come with those products? I feel like Makeup by Mario's more recently done some of those things. I just don't like it. I have brushes. I know not everyone does though. I know that I'm talking from a very like specific beauty consumer point of view where I have like shit tons of makeup and, you know, I have the works, I got the brushes, I got all of it. And I know based off of my friends and other people who aren't like this, that maybe it would be helpful, but man, for me, I just hate it so much. Like this sponge doesn't even make sense. To me, it just doesn't even make sense with the product. I don't know how this would help someone who maybe has less knowledge or doesn't have brushes. Like, I don't think this is helping them. This is not helping them. And last, I probably mentioned this in my last video, but I'm mentioning it again. I have a candle here from Capri Blue. This is the Volcano Candle Smell, which is one of their most popular ones. It's kind of this pineapple-y thing. It's so good. This is the issue. This is a massive candle. I mean, hi. It's huge. It's very expensive as well. This has 2 gosh darn wicks. What the fuck is going on? How do they think that 2 wicks is gonna melt this thing? So if you can see in there, you know, I've done a good job. I've read some reviews that said it tunnels and all that, which is so disappointing for the price point. So I really made sure to burn this long periods of time, really get the heat going, trying to make sure I have the best burn possible. But I still have a lot of wax built up on one of the sides, and I just feel like it doesn't need to be like this. It doesn't need to be like this. Just put one more fucking wick in here. And it's the same with their normal sized candles, which are as big as like Bath & Body Works 3 wicks, but there's one fucking wick. It's one wick. What? Why are they doing it? The only thing I can think is that because of the shape of the bottle, like kind of this lip, you don't want to just be straight up burning the packaging, maybe, is what I'm assuming. Like if you put too many wicks, it's gonna start making that happen. But like, are we totally tied to the packaging here? Is there no way we could figure out a solution so that the actual product functions better? Especially again for that price? I don't get it. I don't get it. Am I sitting here saying this while knowing I'll probably buy another one of these candles? Kind of. Let me know. What's your solution on these? If you buy the Capri Blue candles, have you found something that works? Do you just buy different shapes from them? Because I know they do that too, but this is like their like classic shape. It's all classic. What is going on? Just absurd. This one just feels like it baffles me because like they've burned the candle. Like they know. Right? They know this isn't working. Okay, well, those are my packaging pet peeves, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the fun little rant. I'd love to know what packaging doesn't work for you. Some of the things you just need to get off your chest. Let me know in the comments. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you have an amazing day. And other than that, I will see you in my next video. Bye.